Last few riders now making their way onto the grid for the Pit Bike Stock 140 Group A. So 5 thousandths of a second covering the top two riders, Ben Bailey, Ben Lord, Will Lathrope and Angus Goff, all very much in there as well. Just one or two riders sorting themselves out at the back of the grid. Hopefully we should be able to get the race underway in just a few moments' time. This only adds to the tension at the front of the grid for these guys who've been down there for quite some time. So looks like everyone's in position. The green flag goes up and Pit Bike Stock 140 Group A, away they go, charging into the first corner, and Richard Cooper gets the lead from Matthew Bolsover as they charge around the first corner. Good clean start it appears, everyone through the first few corners safely. They go up towards Christmas Corner for the first time, and Richard Cooper holds on to the lead from Bolsover. Looks like Ben Lord and Ben Bailey in there, third and fourth. Bailey goes round the outside of Lord. Down the hill they come. So Richard Cooper leads, Matthew Bolsover second. Ben Bailey now through to third place from Ben Lord. Bolsover now trying to fight back with Richard Cooper. They make their way up towards the final few corners, and here we see Bolsover trying to line up Cooper, but look at this on the outside in third place. Ben Bailey, who's always adept at fighting his way through the field, he's through to third place. They come round the final corner, and there's nothing at all. You could almost throw a towel over the top three riders. They are that close. Bolsover now goes round the outside of Cooper, tries to line up for the pass, but Ben Bailey looking down the inside of Bolsover. They try to battle for position into Christmas Corner, but no openings up there. Down the hill they come. Bolsover again looking at Richard Cooper. Down the hill, goes down the inside. Oh, but Cooper slams the door shut on Bolsover, who's still there in second place. Bailey on his tail in third. One rider in the barriers on the second corner, but trying to get back into the race. Shouldn't affect our leaders, we hope not anyway, because this is a fantastic battle at the front. So the fallen rider back on the track. We've got a clean track for these guys at front. Richard Cooper holds on to the lead. Bolsover still there in second. Bailey in third. Lord just a little bit further behind in fourth place as they charge through. There goes Ben Lord in fourth. Then Ed Best in fifth. Will Lathrope in sixth position. Alan Carter, Thomas J. Harrington, Chris Fabian, and William Lawrence Wardle rounding out the top 10. The leaders now at the top of the hill, just past Christmas Corner. Here we see the remainder of the top 10. The top 6 though now starting to get close at the front, because Will Lathrope and Ed Best are starting to close up on Ben Lord, who in turn is starting to close up on the top 3. So the top 6 riders only covered by, to be precise, about 2.5 seconds. It's all very close to the front of the Pit Bike Stock 140s. Here they come towards the final corner. Bolsover again has a little look down the inside. Oh, as Ben Bailey makes a mistake there on the final corner, almost high-sided there, but did well to save that one. Ed Best, Will Lathrope still in there as well. Richard Cooper is still leading the race, so ignore the timing screen. As you can see on the track in front of you now, leading the way from Matthew Bolsover on his tail in second place. They make their way down the hill. Bolsover has a look down the inside, got the apex of the corner, and it's a drag race into the centre of the track now. And, well, there we go. It looks like Richard Cooper has the line and retakes the lead from Matthew Bolsover. Bolsover still trying to line Cooper up for a pass as they make their way through to the final few corners. Ben Bailey losing a bit of ground in third place and is being reeled in now by Ben Lord as the leaders come around the final corner. Bolsover just shadowing the rear wheel of the race leader Richard Cooper. The battle on for third as, oh, out of nowhere, Will Lathrope's through to fourth position, now starting to put the pressure on Bailey for third. And here we see 3 abreast into Christmas Corner, and Will Lathrope goes into third place. He was talking on the grid there, he wanted a podium place, and he's going the right way about it so far. So the top 2 breaking away, the battle now on for third place. Will Lathrope up to third, and it looks like Ben Lord has gone through to fourth. So Ben Bailey, after that bright start, drops to fifth place, just ahead It looks like Ed Best in there as well. The top two now making their way to the final corner. Matthew Bolsover keeps the pressure. Now trying to line up Cooper for a pass. They go into the first corner. And Bolsover goes round the outside of Cooper. Now going to try and go down the inside into Christmas corner. Here they come. Nothing at all between first and second, but Bolsover not quite close enough to go for the block pass down the inside. And Cooper holds on to the lead. They make their way back down the hill, and again, Bolsover not close enough to go down the inside. Will Lathrope's on the move now in third place. He's starting to pull away a bit now from Ben Lord, who's still there in fourth place. So I'm going to keep an eye on Lathrope because he is starting to close upon these two leaders. And the more that Cooper and Bolsover battle away, the more that will allow Will Lathrope, who's charging away in third, to try and close up again. So here they come up towards the final corner. And still nothing at all between the first two riders. Matthew Bolsover putting the pressure on Richard Cooper, 1/10 of a second, covering the first two riders. Nothing at all between these two riders in qualifying. And they come back down the hill. Bolsover trying to look down the inside of Cooper, but can't quite get through. Lathrope still there in third. Will Lathrope in third. Ben Lord still in fourth position. Lord is starting to pull away from Ben Bailey, who's still there in fifth place, battling away with Ed Best, number 144 in sixth position. But Lathrope not really closing up this time on Bolsover. He was on the previous lap. Ben Lord is starting to fight back in fourth, and in turn is closing up on Lathrope. So the leaders go through to complete another lap, still with Richard Cooper and Matthew Bolsover neck and neck at the front. Ben Lord now goes through to third. Sorry, Will Lathrope is still in third. Ben Lord is just behind him in fourth place. Then it's Ed Best, Alan Carter, Chris Fabian, Mick Lord, Thomas J. Harrington in ninth place. So it looks like a timing issue there with Bolsover. He's showing on the computers dropping down the screen, but as you can see, he is right on the rear wheel of Richard Cooper. I'm sure the lap scores will be able to sort that one out in a few moments. Bolsover now having another look for the lead. And at the moment it looks like with 2 laps to go, Bolsover just playing the waiting game at the moment, just shadowing the race leader Richard Cooper, hustling him there, trying to find an opening. 2 laps to go in this race. And Will Cooper starting to close upon the tail enders. Now it looks like Lathrope is going to line him up for a move, going up towards Christmas corner. Can he get through? Well, the back marker's there, so Bolsover will have to try and fight again. Cooper nips his way through. Oh, and that was a good move there by Cooper. Gets through the tail ender. Bolsover has to barge his way through in second place. So Richard Cooper just pulling a couple of tenths of a second with 1.5 laps to go. Lathrope still there in third place with Ben Lord shadowing him in fourth. But the battle still rages for first place. So Richard Cooper making the most of that back marker and pulling a couple of tenths of a second. Now they go through to complete another lap. So I believe this is the last lap. I haven't seen the board go out yet, but I'm led to believe this is the last lap. So we'll keep an eye on this, and I'm sure Cooper and Bolsover will be racing to the flag regardless. Here they come back down the hill. Bolsover now back again with Cooper and has another look down the inside. Oh, as Cooper goes down, the back end steps out for Richard Cooper. He's straight back on his feet and into the race. Oh, and got tangled up with the tail ender, who didn't look too happy. Richard Cooper trying to restart the bike. He's all right, but out of contention as Matthew Bolsover now holds on to the lead. They make their way through. So this is the last lap now. 1 lap to go. Bolsover on the final lap, clear at the front, and this of course means that Will Lathrope goes through to second place. It's Ben Lord in third, Ben Bailey in fourth, Ed Best in fifth, and we shall see where Richard Cooper has emerged. He got the bike restarted again. He's just coming through up towards the final few corners now, and I think he's just on the edge of the top 10, so that was a dramatic moment, you would say there. Small mistake from Cooper. The back end stepped out on him. And he goes through in 12th place, so bad luck for poor Richard Cooper down in 12th place. And Carter McNaughton asks, when is Ben Bailey racing? Well, he's out there now and he's running strongly. He's up to 4th place. So Bailey had a good start to the race, of course, and still there in 4th position. But Matthew Bolsover coming down towards the final corner where he will take the checkered flag and punches the air as he goes through. Looks very happy with that one. And who can blame him, because he really had to work hard for that one. He really chased Richard Cooper throughout the entire race, and the unlucky Richard Cooper, the back end, just stepped out on him with 2 laps to go in the race. We'll keep an eye on him as he comes through. If he can get back into the top 10, Ben Bailey goes through in 3rd place, number 28 from Ben Lord in 4th position. Ed Best crossing the line in 5th. Alan Carter, Chris Fabian, Thomas J. Harrington, Mick Lord, Williams, Lawrence Wardle. Richard Cooper recovers to 11th place as Bolsover again celebrates with a wheelie. And we always get some really close racing. The green flag goes up and away they go. Oh, spectacular start there, but Matthew Bolsover leads them into the first corner. Looks like Ben Lord getting a good start as well. One rider left behind at the start there, number 23, that was Brendan Allen, but they're all the way safely round the second corner, charging into the top Christmas corner here. Bolsover leads. Somebody charging through the field into 2nd place. So down the inside of Bolsover. Bolsover shuts the door. Now I'm wondering if that could be Richard Cooper in 2nd place. We just spoke to him a few moments ago. We let him go on his way because he was out in this race and he's had a good start. That looks like very much like Cooper in 2nd place, actually. He's got past Ben Bailey, who drops to 3rd, and Ben Lord getting to 4th place. Here they come up towards the final corner. Matthew Bolsover leads the way into the final corner. Richard Cooper right on his tail in 2nd place. Ben Bailey in 3rd, Lord in 4th, Lathrope then, Angus Guff number 147. It's incredibly close at the start of this pit bike. 140 as Bolsover outside line up towards Christmas corner. Cooper has a look down the inside. Oh, but Bolsover shutting the door. And here we see the riders just behind, really keeping the pressure on. It looks like it's still Ben Bailey up there in 3rd place. Ben Lord also well placed, Angus Goff in there as well. All of the top 5 not very far apart. So this race really is on a knife edge at the moment. And here comes Cooper again, trying to put Bolsover under pressure, but Bolsover holds the inside line, making life very difficult for Richard Cooper in 2nd place in this British Mini Bikes 140 race. Thanks, of course, to Lex Moto for all of their support as well. Here they go once again. Oh, and again, Bolsover shuts the door on Cooper. Doing all he can to hold on to the lead, and Cooper really keeping the pressure on in 2nd place. Richard Cooper, incidentally, fastest lap of the race, 53.002. So it's notable that the lap times have dropped ever so slightly from qualifying, not by very much, only by about 7 or 8 tenths of a second. And we were talking to Richard Cooper saying about the track getting a little bit greasy in places. That might be shown in the lap times, but it's certainly not affecting the racing as the top 2 start to break away now. Matthew Bolsover and Richard Cooper pulling away from Ben Bailey in 3rd place, with Ben Lord in there and Will Lathrope 3rd through to 5th place. Here they are, the battle of the 3rd place, falling behind Richard Cooper now a bit, but still very close. Here comes the 1st and 2nd place battle. Matthew Bolsover, Richard Cooper right on his tail in 2nd place. They go into the 2nd corner. Oh, and then it's very close for 3rd. There they go. We just saw them on the edge of the cut there with Ben Lord and Will Lathrope toe-to-toe for 3rd place. Just a little bit further behind these 2 guys here, whereas Matthew Bolsover responds with the fastest lap of the race, 52.751. So Matthew Bolsover certainly not being intimidated. The race leader doing all he can to hold on. Being hustled all the way, though, by Richard Cooper in 2nd place. Richard Cooper can certainly keep up, but can't find a way through at the moment. And at the moment, it looks like he's trying to suss things out with Bolsover, trying to find a way through. At the moment, though, Matthew Bolsover holds on to the lead. Still the battle of a 3rd place, as close as ever as they come into the final corner. Ben Bailey, Ben Lord, Will Lathrop third, fourth and fifth. It's as close as that as they go through the second corner. The leaders make their way up towards Christmas corner. And Bolsover holds on to the lead through Christmas. And again, this is interesting actually, because the fastest lap of the race, 52.625 on the previous lap. Exactly the same lap times for Matthew Bolsover and Richard Cooper, which you don't see very often. Oh, but we got bad luck here for Ben Bailey. Bailey's in trouble at the top of the circuit. He drops out to third place. Number 28, terrible shame for him. And there we see this battle with Ben Lord, and there's number 26, Will Lathrop. So they're now battling for third place with the unfortunate Ben Bailey. I can see at the commentary point here, he is pushing his bike away. Terrible luck for him. But this battle for the lead, as we say, they both set exactly the same lap time last time round. Richard Cooper just taking a few thousandths of a second out of Matthew Bolsover last time round, and he is really starting to put Bolsover under pressure. But I'm sure that Matthew Bolsover, he won't be one to lie down and give up the lead lightly. He's really going for it now. We've got 5 more laps to go. It appears to me that Richard Cooper has just been trying to suss things out on these first 5 laps. And now we're going into the final few laps of the race. Number 70 dropping out of the race there, James Osborne on the finish line, but off the racing line shouldn't affect things too much. So this Pit Bike Stock 140 race brought to you in association with Lexmoto, and it's going to go down to the wire. Here they come. Matthew Bolsover leads, Richard Cooper in second place. So a shout out there from Jill Cookson, who says well done to Oliver Cookson, who was running strongly before as well. 4 laps to go in this race. Moving back to the Pit Bike 140s, Pit Bike Stock 140, brought to you in association with Lexmoto, and this one I think is going to go down to the wire. Look at this, it's been like this for the entire race. Matthew Bolsover 421, your race leader, leads the way from Richard Cooper in second. And Cooper really putting Bolsover under a lot of pressure, but he can't quite find a way through at the moment. Looks like Will Lathrop now started to pull away from Ben Lord in third place. The leaders go charging past the line. Bolsover leads. 3 laps to go. Will Lathrop still in third place. Richard Cooper again losing a couple of tenths of a second actually that time round. So it's still very nip and tuck at the front of this Pit Bike Stock 140 race. Thanks of course to Lexmoto for their support. And very much so here, Jack. Unlucky for Ben Bailey, who was running so strongly, but we lost him midway through the race. The bike grinding to a halt, and one would have thought he may have been involved in this battle if things had carried on. But number 133, another rider out of the race there. That's the machine of Aaron Walker pushing his bike back to the pits. So it's turning into a race of attrition. It's quite a warm day out there, very difficult for the bike sometimes. Quite humid, you might say, as well. It's really stuffy in the air, you might say, and it's certainly warmed up as the afternoon's gone on. Track temperature going up as well, so getting a bit difficult out for the bikes. There's 1 or 2 of these machines starting to get into trouble. Oh, there's Ben Bailey. Ben Bailey's back in the race. So he's way down the field. He's in about 21st place, but of course every single point matters, so Bailey going out there to try and grab some championship points. And there's a battle a bit further down the field here. Number 997, the 10th place rider, Marty Harrington, Ryan Clark, Sam Brooks, Simon Becks and Liam Wood. They've all gone past the line. There's 6 riders covered by about 1.5 seconds. They're going to Christmas corner now. And here we are, that's Thomas J. Harrington, the 7th place rider, also in there as well from William Lawrence Wardle and Mick Lord. Here come our leaders on to the last lap though. We're going to follow these guys around because it's still as close as ever, and Matt Bolsover has led pretty much the entire race, but Richard Cooper is not giving up in second place. Here they come to Christmas corner. Oh, and there we see Matthew Bolsover. He's really riding defensively now, down the inside into Christmas corner, holds onto the inside, down the hill, and oh, Richard Cooper tries the outside line. Now he's making the fast stick. Few more corners to go, and down the inside goes Richard Cooper. Cooper takes the lead with half a lap to go, and can Matthew Bolsover fight back? Here they come back to the finish. So Richard Cooper times his run to perfection. 2 more corners to go. And bowls over, squares the turn on the penultimate corner, trying to get past the exit. Into the final corner they go. Richard Cooper comes round the final corner and holds on to take the checkered flag. Matthew Bolsover chases him over the line in second place. But what a ride there from Richard Cooper, taking the checkered flag on the very last half lap of the race. Here comes number 99. The great ride so far for Alan Carter, who will go through in 5th position. Chris Fabian in there as well, but Alan Carter, he's had a good day so far. And here's this battle just on the edge of the top 10. It's all getting very close as number 69 goes through. Mick Lord in 9th place and rounding up the top 10. Oh, it's going to be close to the line. But number 65, that's the machine of Sam Crooks, just ahead of Liam Wood and Simon Becks.
Waiting for the Stock 140 class. First of all, coming to Richard Cooper, 3rd for today overall. Some absolutely cracking racing today.
Yeah, 3rd overall, not the ideal situation, but the pressure that Matt Bolsover put me over in the first race was just unbelievable. Clearly I cracked and crashed, unfortunately, but rode a tactical race in race 2, followed him all the way around, right up to the last lap, and snuck a little move on him and defended for the last couple of corners, which I think he enjoyed. So, it's been a great day's racing here at Wilton Mill, perfect sunshine for it, so what else would you rather be doing?
Yeah, thanks for coming down. It's been fantastic racing. I've enjoyed it. We're going to come to 2nd place for today. Will Lathrop, absolutely fantastic result today. Well done, mate. How's it gone?
Oh, it's gone really well. 2 podiums. That's pretty well for me. I've been enjoying it so much, and yeah, I'd just like to thank all my sponsors, and I'd like to thank Daryl for just lending me his bike to ride it for the week. Thanks, Daryl.
That's a completely out the crate stock bike, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Nothing's done to it. It's just stock. Everything
works. Podium today. I think you're getting used to this now, aren't you, mate?
No, I never get used to it, but I'm blessed with some very, very, very talented competition here today, and I've absolutely loved every second of it. And I wish I'd beaten the second one, but no, it's too good. I would like to thank my sponsors also: Titan Beds, Superlights UK, Lucas Oils, Floors to Your Doors, and GPQ. Thanks for competing with me. Blessed.